Right, Stevie Ryder is on front, King Leo de Grands.
Yeah, he was lead horse, and we've Wayne Lorden. Great to see him back in the
Brilliant to
saddle.
see Wayne back as well, exactly. Since he got that fall in the Irish Derby, complete freak fall, but hopefully it's not too long away now before we'll see Wayne Lorden in the next couple of weeks, please. Back in the race course.
Exactly, and he was in great form there, Wayne. Great to see him back on track today, and it's been a long time off, and it's nice to see him just back here, and hopefully it won't be too long back before we see him with a proper set of colours on him and take part. Auguste Rodin is going to follow Wayne Lorden. Wayne is riding Navy Seal, wasn't it, back in third position, and Henry Adams, I believe, was sitting in second position.
Henry Adams, of course, the man to Dean Gallagher, an integral part of the Ballydoyle team, of course, since he retired from riding. Brilliant rider in his day, champion hurdle winning jockey in Hurler, why as well?
He was indeed, yeah, wide margin winner. James Fanshawe trained him, didn't he, Hurler?
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, yes. Nearly starting for Paul Green. Yes,
Paul Green, James Fanshawe. Couldn't be better. He won a Hennessy and couldn't be better for Charlie Brooks as well, didn't he?
Second in the Gold Cup in Dubasilla as well.
Dubasilla, yes,
Master Oath,
100% right.
Yeah. And this is the feature, I suppose, of Ballydoyle. They have a lot of top ex-riders down there in the mornings as well.
Adrian Maguire.
As well as the afternoons. And we get around to
Dial, another one.
Brett Dial is down there, yes. And riding Auguste Rodin, a very good rider in
Rachel
Richardson, who's based up in North of England for Tim Easterby, and has been in Ballydoyle for the last couple of years. She's tracking Wayne Lorden here at this point in time, and the couple of 3-year-olds are sitting behind King Leo de Grange at this stage of the work, and I suppose to get him away, get him on a sound surface, take him out of Ballydoyle and just get a nice sharp bit of work over a shortish trip. You know, they probably worked from the 7 home, and it was probably a decent bit of work, I'd say. You know, it looked like he took a blow going by us and made a stretch by his other rivals. So it looked a promising start to the year, what we could see at least. Yeah,
he looked extremely well when we saw him afterwards as well, and in the parade ring. And it's roughly around 6 weeks away to Dubai now, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Like we're talking, 4 weeks to Gold Cup Day at Cheltenham. Just over 5, I think it's the week after, or 30th of March or 28th of March. So yeah, it's 5-6 weeks. Yeah. And you know, it's an interesting dynamic. We've seen Equinox win the race that this horse due to go for last year, and it can be a very, very strong race, the 1.5 mile race on Dubai World Cup night. You're guaranteed to get fast ground. He loved Maidan. He's a strong traveller, and look, he's come there full of running under Rachel Richardson. He's got his head in front. Wayne Lorden, the eventual second, getting good work out in him, and he's kept on alongside the older horse on the near side with Whiteface. But you get the impression that Auguste Rodin is just doing enough, and he may well be taking a blow at this point. Just once he's got inside the final half furlong, nudged out, he's kept on, and ears pricked near the line.
Just does enough and he gets there, doesn't he?
See how fluent a mover he is, though.
Yes.
Like, he's got that daisy cutter action. He barely bends his knee. I know he won the race post trophy as a 2-year-old on quite testing ground, but the form of that race probably is only okay, and he did bomb out, of course, on testing ground last year on 2 occasions. But when he gets a sound surface, he's very, very good, and be really interested to see how he shapes up this year.
I know he's had an unbelievable amount of training. Brilliance along the way, Aidan O'Brien, but I thought what he's done with this horse to get him back, obviously from the Guineas to win at Epsom. He was very workmanlike, as you saw in the Irish Derby, to come back and beat Luxembourg then in the Champion Stakes, and to finish off the year with his 5th Group 1 in brilliant style in America.
Yeah, and he's a horse I think you know by in the parade ring. I was lucky enough to be in Epsom, and he looked stripped and ready to go. He didn't look quite as good in the Irish Derby pre-race. You could see the run in Epsom in him, and of course he upheld form with King of Steel in the Irish Champion Stakes after bombing out of King George. Tactics in King George, they went off very hard for what they were, and the ground seemed to really catch him out on that occasion. But each time he's got fast ground at 1.5 miles, he's won, and 1.25 miles, of course, the Irish Champion Stakes. And it's a really interesting dynamic because he's by obviously Deep Impact, and there's a huge trend with Deep Impacts in Japan getting better with age. They normally just improve from 3 to 4, 4 to 5, whatever they're doing. Now, he was a pretty well made 3-year-old last year as well, but on breeding he should improve this year.